Most times you see kids without fathers in their lives, their mothers, their grandmothers, aunties, and maybe a wayward uncle here and there was speaking to their lives. But there's sometimes there's not a positive male role model speaking into their lives, even in the school system.
Hawk, what's good?
What's going on, Papa Keith? How's everything, my
Can't
friend?
complain, King, man. Can't complain. Glad to have you back. All right? I call you Hawk, but let everybody know you.
My name's Grenard Hawkins, the founder of Fathers MIA. And listen, thank you for having us on, Papa Keith.
No, for sure, for sure. And you brought a lovely, beautiful special guest.
Oh, yes. Our special guest, her name is Kennedy Freeman. She's been a part of Fathers MIA.
Yes, so I was a part of Fathers MIA my senior year of high school, so back in 2019, 2020 era, and I graduated, got my scholarships with them and all, so I'm just here to speak to how great the organization is.
Now that name Kennedy's familiar. Ah, what's up, baby girl? You remember?
Yes.
All right,
I'm like,
cool.
I wonder if you gonna remember me.
Yeah. That's what's
That's
up.
my day job.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We'll get into all of that in a bit. But Hawk, I would love if you could let everybody know what your amazing organization does. Obviously, I know Kennedy knows because we've been rocking for a few years, man. But you do something really special. Can you tell everyone?
But before I get started with that, I just want to say thank you, Papa Keith. I think my very first interview 10 years ago was with Papa Keith on 103.5 The Beat. And listen, man, this 103.5, this station has a special place in my heart. And I think that was my very first interview ever on a radio station, man. So I just want to say
love, man. Glad to have you back. And honestly, it's here for people who are doing things that you're doing. We need to get the word out, and we're glad to do it. And glad to see that you 10 years later, right?
Yeah, 10 years later. Fathers MIA, Fathers Motivated, Involved, and Active. We service kids, young people. I don't want to say kids, but young people who do not have fathers in their lives.
Right.
We want to make sure that these young people have a fighting chance in our society. We want to make sure we build them up. We give them building blocks to help make sure that their lives are productive. And want to make sure that they're also stable and make sure that they are productive citizens in our.
And you have a shining example here,
Of course.
clearly.
Of course.
So let's get to the crux of it, right? Because I remember, is this the same gala where you pair them up with different men that are able to step in?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Talk about that.
Okay, our gala, where we have young ladies and young men, but especially for the young ladies who are fatherless, who will probably never get a chance to do a father-daughter dance. What we do is we partner with first responders, the police officers and firefighters. They take the place of these young ladies' fathers for one night so that that these young ladies can be able to do a simulated father-daughter dance. The young men dance with their mothers, but we want to make sure that these young people are catered to the night of our gala. Our officers take special care of these young ladies. And we have people like Congress men and women that come to the gala, state representatives, senators, mayors. We want to make sure that we put these young people in a room that they would probably never get a chance to be in otherwise. And we want to make sure we tell them, listen, network, because you never know that congresswoman or that state representative, you may see them and may want to do an internship or need them to write a letter, but they may not remember your face, but they will remember the gala and they will remember that they met someone at that point in time.
When is the gala coming up? Give some information on that now.
The gala is April the 11th, 2026, and is at the Charles F. Dodge Center.
Pembroke Pines.
Pembroke Pines.
Yeah.
It's there in Pembroke Pines. We can find the location on our website, Pembroke Pines website. I think it's 601 Park.
They'll figure it
City,
out.
city,
Yeah,
city
yeah.
center.
It's by City Hall. Right?
Yes, by City Hall. But go to our website, fathersmia.org. Go to our Facebook or my Instagram, Fathers MIA.
You get the tickets there as well?
Please buy tickets. And the reason why we ask that you buy tickets, why we want you there to support our young people. Let's show them that we have a community that cares for them. We can't keep trying to send them to the government for help. We have to help one another. We have to be that example. We have to send our kids to college. We may have to be that light that shows them that, listen, they can do and be anything they want to be.
Big facts. Big facts. Kennedy, I want to vibe with you real quick about your personal experience, going being a part of this program. Can you tell us, like some things that were beneficial to you and
Mhm,
some experiences that you had
mhm.
that play a role in your life today?
Yes. So, like I said, I was a part of the organization back in 2019. I lost my father in 2018 to colon cancer. So,
Oh,
from diagnosis to when we lost him, it was about a year and some change. So, it was a very fast process. Excuse me. And father's MIA, my mom found out about the organization and against me and my sisters, will or she signed us up and she sent us to them and she sent us to the weekly meetings they had for us. And I remember we used to meet at Koinonia. I remember that. And me
in
and my
West
sister,
Park.
yes,
Yeah.
and me and my sister, we talk about it a lot how when you go through something that traumatic, you tend to block things out. So I honestly, I remember just like the big things about Fathers MIA. And the biggest thing I remember is those weekly meetings and mainly the group therapy session that they have us have with a licensed clinician. And I just remember what that did for me. That was my first time ever sitting in any type of therapy. And I just remember we were crying together, we were laughing together, and we had a professional there to help us through those emotions. So they opened me up to mental health therapy, like, I think that's huge in our community, and of course, the gala, that's why we're here. I remember the first responders being there. I remember us all getting dressed up and wearing our beautiful dresses. I remember being presented with the, scholarship and all of those things, and because of that scholarship, I was able to go to school. I went to Florida A&M University, got my bachelor's in business administration, so all of those things culminated together to create something that I would have otherwise. So I am just very thankful to Fathers MIA. And I would suggest any young person now, because when I was in it, it was just girls, but they've opened it up. And I think that's amazing. So any young person who is going through fatherlessness, like Fathers MIA is in our community and they're doing wonderful things.
That's what's up. Thanks for
Mhm.
sharing that,
No
Kennedy. I know
problem.
that's not easy to talk about that,
Hmm.
Joe, why do you do this? Like, why do you find this so important? How did you land on this? There's so many things we could care about. There's so many things that we could tackle in our communities, especially as Black people. Why was this the one for you?
For me, I was adopted at birth. I never knew my biological father. I met my biological mother at a late age, probably within my 30s. But one of the things I did say to myself, I always wanted to be there for my kids. I never wanted any other man besides myself to put my kids to bed. And when I was mentoring at Cornelia Worship Center, the young men, I would always notice mothers dropping their kids off for the mentorship. And I started coaching football. I always noticed a lot of women dropping their sons off to football practice. Dads would sometimes show up for the football games and they would show up, especially if their son was a superstar.
Mm,
Then after that, they may not see their sons no more to the next week, to the next game. Then after the football season was over with, then all of a sudden the weren't there anymore. Fathers were always MIA. So when started the organization, it was fathers MIA, fathers missing in action, but it was too much of a negative
yeah, yeah.
connotation. So
And
what
then, like in Kennedy's case, it's not always the case of them
is
just not
not,
showing up.
of
Yeah,
course. So we changed it from fathers
hmm
missing in action to fathers motivated, involved, and active.
yeah,
So we see kids whose fathers are estranged, whose fathers are deceased, or whose fathers are incarcerated.
right.
We want to make sure that we have a male voice speaking to these kids' lives.
Mhm,
Because most times you see kids without fathers in their lives, their mothers, their grandmothers, aunties, and maybe a wayward uncle here and there was speaking to their lives. But sometimes there's not a positive male role model speaking into their lives, even in the school system. It's mostly
But look,
female teachers.
but look at you as a coach. You seen that firsthand.
I've seen it.
You're becoming a lot of kids' fathers
Yes,
as a coach.
and listen, and when I speak with Kennedy and my other students, I always call them my extended daughters or
Yeah,
sons.
Mhm.
And Kennedy and her sister had a very special place in my heart because of the fact that I knew their father
yeah.
personally. And I knew that if their father was there, he would have been in their lives. But because of the fact that he he transitioned, I knew it would have been hard on them. So I
Mhm,
wanted to, matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I even reached out to Kennedy's mom to let them know that, we're here for them.
Yeah. It's
And
beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Listen, sometimes, and I don't mean to get it, but I feel like everybody get a little choked up here, and I get it.
yeah,
Um, you know, aside from the gala, I want to kind of make a little left turn here because yes, we want people to buy the tickets for the gala. We want people to come out. We want people to support that. But what you're doing is year-round work, bro.
yeah, yes.
So, like, how are other ways that people can support? They can't make it to the gala, not interested in the gala, but they love what they're hearing.
Hmm.
They know you need the support and the funding. How can they do that?
Listen, we have sessions, like you said, year round. We're dealing with we have etiquette classes.
Mm,
We're dealing with boss up classes where we teaching kids how to entrepreneurship.
mhm,
We want to make sure that they are thriving no matter what area in life. We have lawyers come through, doctors come through, we have judges come through, and just speaking to the lives of our youth. Uh, uh, there's more than just football and basketball. We
yep.
want our kids to be CEOs. We want our kids to run their own business, run Fortune 500 companies, maybe even start a whole new Black Wall Street somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We as a people, we can do any and everything that we put our minds to, but sometimes kids just need that extra push.
Mhm.
um they sometimes kids think that no one cares or no one's listening, and no one's there for them, so we have to, as a community, be there for them. So
So can they do all that you just mentioned at the website? Can they donate? Can they volunteer all
Yes,
at the
yes,
website?
yes, they can do that all in the website. Their phone numbers are there. You can call me personally. Call me 954-559-4295. My phone number is again 954-559 Hawk. That last four spell Hawk. 95.
Love it, man. Before I let y'all go, thank you again, both of you. Thanks for sharing that story, Kennedy. Big ups to you and your sister. Hawk, thank you for what you and your team, because you're nothing without your team,
Mm.
have been doing for the last 10 years. And congratulations on your 10-year
Thank
anniversary.
you. Thank you so much.
And I know you put your hat in the race. I hope to see you do it again, man. Mhm.
But if anyone can come in and donate, our females need dresses, our young men need suits and shirts and ties. So, if you can donate 5, 10, 25, $30, go to the website, donate. Let us help our kids. Let us make that night a special night, a night that they will never, ever forget.
All right. I was talking about him running for commissioner, but he took a left turn on it. But you know what I mean? I'm gonna say it again. I hope you do it again, sir.
I will try. I
All
will.
right.
I
And all the
will.
best with your
I will.
dad.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you. I appreciate it.
All right. Appreciate you. Listen, y'all show some love, man. You see the people who doing God's work and they need your support, so support the event coming up April 11th, you said?
April 11th.
All right.
And we're gonna party.
Yeah, yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
I don't want this to end on a
Te
sad note. We're gonna
nah,
party.
nah, 10-year anniversary, the 8th annual gala. Please, pull up and support it, help donate, and Kennedy, man, big ups to you.
Thank you.
Before we go, I wanted you to talk about the work that you're doing now with
Yeah.
the state rep.
So, yes, I'm sorry. So, yes, after I graduated from school with my bachelor's in business administration, because I had people like this in my life putting me in these rooms where I got to meet people, I got to network. I actually was this fell into my lap to possibly work for the state representative. I went through the whole process. It ended up working in my favor. And now I work for State Representative Felicia Robinson, and we represent parts of Pembroke Pines, parts of Miramar, and Miami Gardens. So I get to serve the city I grew up in, and I love it. Now I'm getting my master's in public administration from Florida International University.
Awesome.
So it's all just working in like the best way I could ever imagine. And a lot of it has to do with people like Mr. Grenard in my life.
She
So
does beauty pageants as well.
Oh,
yes.
awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, you holding back, girl.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Listen, this
I do
media,
a
you better
lot.
run it up.
I do a lot. I do a lot, but I don't know. I'm very active in my
Well,
community.
how
So
people can connect with you? Give out your Instagram or
So
something.
my Instagram is it's Kennedy Adriana. So that's ITSKENNEDIADRIANA. That's my first and middle name. I'm named after my dad since that's where we here. So Kennedy Adriana, that's me on Instagram. And yeah, that's where I post everything, my beauty pageants, my work, everything I do. So
I appreciate you, Kennedy.
thank
Continue doing
you.
the amazing work that you're doing. Also let them know how they can connect with you on social media as
Yeah,
well.
social media, go to Fathers MIA on Instagram, Fathers MIA, Facebook, and again, our website is fathersmia.org. Fathersmia.org. My number is 954-559-4295. Please connect with us, volunteer, donate, and let's change the lives of our young people.
I will see you at the gala.
Bye.